Well, we're a little small now. Welcome back, JSRFMP. I did in fact remember what it was that is an interesting remix of Electric Toothbrush. I never heard this one. But I did remember what I wanted to do this time. After a whole week, I'm surprised. And we're not going to do that. I have something better. Something much better. Oh my god, this scrolls really slowly. Let's get our screen working again first. Beautiful. And then what? Internet! We have internet, so we should probably use that. Saying there are servers. Yes! Haha! In horde mode as well. Perfect. That's not what I want. Character? Not my stink. Because if we're ever going to get any legend characters, we're going to need to make this happen. Ah, no! Okay, maybe never mind. We could just make a server and see what happens. Otherwise, I'm not really going to bother sitting around. I'll be for horde mode 9 nights, so that would be cool if we actually do horde mode. And I don't really want to sit around on video in a free mode server that's not going to do anything. So here's what we're going to do. Instead, we will play around for a little bit on our own. Get some classic noise tanks. Why do I keep doing that? These noise tanks are fun to play as, and just as fun to unlock. And actually, as much as I like noise tanks, I play as Roboy. And bask in the glory of a Roboy that doesn't have terrible stats. That's noise reduction. So we're not having many places to choose from anymore for noise reduction. But the reason I hear is that there's going to be a overhaul, or at least modification, of what this mode is like, which I think is merited, since it's kind of boring as heck as it is. Oh, there we go. Trying to get my footing here, come on. Getting used to moving. Oh, a lot like that. Thanks, controller. It's good that I start playing offline anyway, so I can break my controller or something, because stuff like that happens when I'm not pressing these buttons, but stuff's happening nonetheless. I don't remember where these guys actually appear at all. Ow. I can't figure out what determines whether or not you take damage from these guys. I need to check at some point if in the original JSRF the breakable noise tanks were missing their red glowy bits or not. They might have been. I imagine that the simplified model that's being used here is actually the simplified model that's used in the original JSRF for the destroying noise tanks missions. But man, everything does so much more damage in JSRFMP. For the better, I think, but man. How weird that the cars just drive through them, though? If I remember right. But it is what it is. I figured you just wouldn't have the cars driving around. But I guess it at least adds a little bit, slightly more interesting element to having to dodge traffic, maybe sometimes. I say that, and now I don't really see cars anywhere. There were cars when we started, at least. That'd be weird if at first they were spawning, now they stopped. At least appreciate the people run around. At least some people do. Not everyone, just kind of weird. Some of the people are panicking, like, what are those guys doing back there? Hello. Where are they running off to? I have heard that the pedestrians tend to congregate in certain areas if you leave alone for long enough. Which can actually be really useful for grinding for the characters that you get from bumping into pedestrians. Or for just entertaining yourself, of course. Ah, I didn't press that. Oh, hey! Roboy actually boosts from the Dread on his back now. Awesome. Do noise tanks boost from that place? I don't think they do. I thought I checked and they didn't. I don't think they boost from the rocket looking thing on their back. Alright, boy. You may be used to you having a turbo grind stat, and by the way, no, I didn't press the boost dash button there. And then you have an actual decent one again. Oh, hello. Now I expect you to not have it, and it messes me up. Hello. Soccer as the turning around is in this game, and you can get used to it. The animation tends not. Yeah, I haven't spent that much time trying to figure out what is it's kind of awkward to me about the turning around in this game. The main thing I think is just the camera, which I don't think there's a way to reconcile that with the tank controls, because the way the game's designed, the camera basically has to be behind the player character. But then when the character is 180, that means the camera has to do a quick 180, which there's not really anything around that. Unless you do some kind of like pre-programmed camera movement, which you could, to make it orbit around in a more organic looking way, perhaps. But it's also a bit weird from an animation standpoint. It doesn't quite animate the way you might expect. But basically, I think between every game I do here, I'm just gonna check the servers and see if there's anyone I can join. I could also just start my own server and hope someone joins, which you probably, well, maybe you would. But nothing's really guaranteed. But such is the life in this game, I find. Usually if there is a server, and not that I've looked many times, oftentimes if there is a server doing whatever you might want to actually do, it's full. But what can we do for now then? Who else do you want to play as? I think 3000 is a wonderful one to play as. And we should be close to unlocking. Yeah, not too many more noise things to get. As much as I don't particularly like 99th Street, I think I'll go there. Not the most invigorating content, I understand, but we can at least... Collision attack damage too. Well, yeah, I figured. At least we're gonna lock something here. Stop pressing those buttons, please. This controller. I always expect when this game starts to actually have a countdown at some point, but it's not a race or anything. Are there any noise things up here? I don't think there are. I think they're mostly just on the ground in here. Just in front, there's nobody around here. So it'd not be too fun having to come back here. I wish you could re-record that drop my burger line, because I think it's kind of funny. Just need some better audio quality. Huh. Anyone with the slightest bit of interest in finding peculiar little things in this game, I urge you to learn to recognize the Rokaku name in Japanese, which is the first 4 characters here on this sign. You start seeing that name everywhere once you actually know how to read it. Now, of course, you see the Rokaku logo everywhere too, like right here. It's everywhere in this game. It gives you a better idea, I think, of just how strong of a grip Rokaku has gotten on this city, which I think actually does contribute a bit to the setting. Not that JSRF is especially strong in terms of like world building and flavor and whatnot, but it's nice to find what you can, I think. Ow. See, it's kind of weird here. I feel like you need to do 2 passes, at least. One where you go after everyone that's up in the air. Another where you go after them on the ground. Either that or you can just kind of do what I'm doing here and stagger it in a weird way. And keep going back and forth. Now, that one feels especially efficient, but I don't know if there is an efficient one to go through here. It's really hard to jump over rails without grinding them. But that's just JSRF for you. There you go. I don't understand what these remote things are supposed to be doing. They're just kind of there everywhere. So every time I grind along this rail, I get reminded of the wonderfully cryptic and annoying special street challenge in this level. I think that's all of them around here. I think the one I see above right now is... oh, no? It's right here. And your minimap doesn't tell you how high things are. That might be a good idea, actually, for something to add to the minimap. Height indicators, like just an up arrow if it's above you or a down arrow if it's below you. That might be too much information. One of the tricky things is you don't want to... you don't want to give your players too much information on the minimap, because you don't want them to be like omniscient. Those guys are all above me? Oh, you're on the... I see. That would be nice for modes like this one at least. And if you could change how the minimap behaves depending on mode too. I don't think that should be too difficult. The apparent popularity of NT3000 and... oh, in this game... oh, hello. Not really what I was looking to do. Has me thinking that I just never really realized the apparent popularity of NT3000 in general, because I never thought that much of anyone cared about him other than me. No, he was my favorite character to, at least to play as, not necessarily in the game as a whole. This section I'm not really trying to go either. Just casually doing 50 tricks. Trying to find noise tanks. Pushing how fast I can do these tricks. It's weird to me being able to do tricks at such a fast rate because I'm used to... hello. Hello! There's a noise tank that was like missed somehow around there. Because I'm used to playing this on playing the original JSRF on the 360, which especially in this area would lag like crazy. But it would slow down your tricks quite a bit because, of course, this game going slower means you have to do tricks slower. But on top of that, really game. Ah! Ah! You missed. Why'd you miss? We're gonna have another situation like with Old Man Yo-Yo last time we were here. What was it? So, but what you would eventually learn is because the frame rate would vary so much, you would just, instead of, you would either try to vary your tricks with the... did the colors of the rails here vary in the original? I guess they did. I don't remember that for some reason. But you either you would have to change the rhythm of your tricks depending on the frame rate, which would be pretty painful, or you would just get used to doing slower tricks. So when I watch, for instance, someone like Yayo doing tricks in this game, playing on the original Xbox and also just optimize in general, or at least to me, it seems like he's doing that on a ridiculously fast pace. He's doing them literally faster than I would be able to do on my 360, because for me the game lags so much. But here, I don't have that issue. It's wonderful. Of course, it's kind of computer dependent too, but at least for me, it's a much less laggy experience. I didn't realize, is this the last of them? All the better. Cool. And that'll be it for this episode, I guess. Still not quite yet any classic noise snake, but we should be close. But of course, the more interesting thing is any multiplayer fun for us. Yo. Also, that one character's dance was Roboys. I don't know how I didn't catch that. It really bugs me that I didn't. Should have been able to make that out. Ah! Well, we'll try to make it happen later. Or maybe we'll make our own server at some point or something. I don't know. Bye, everyone.